Hello, it's me again. I'm like that guest that just refuses to leave the party, but you're stuck with me all the way back to Phoenix. So I just left Nashville, Tennessee. I'm at a rest stop just outside of Nashville, headed towards Memphis. Uh, because I wasted so much time yesterday in Columbus trying to find a bookstore that was open, I passed through Cincinnati and Louisville too late. Everything was closed by then. So rather than waste time getting a hotel and spending a night or two in either one of those places, I just drove on to Nashville, caught a nap at a rest stop just before I got there, and then I hit two bookstores in Nashville. The first one is one that I always hear Bryan at BadTasteBooks talking about, McKay's, massive store. Found quite a bit there. So first off, I am a big fan of the TV show Avengers, not the Marvel. I mean, I like the Marvel Avengers as well, but the old British spy TV show, The Avengers, with John Steed and Emma Peel. I have all the TV tie-in novels for the Avengers, for the new Avengers, the newer stuff they put out, the comic books, etc. But there was one thing I didn't have, and I saw Jeff's Cave of Cool Books do a flip through of this, and it's been on my wish list ever since. But it is the complete Avengers. This is sort of like the backstory, and I'm not going to do a flip through of all this. You can go check out Jeff's channel. He has a fantastic flip through this, but this was $8.45, so I can remove that from my Amazon wish list. I, like every man my age, had a crush on Emma Peel when I was young. Now, there's also another TV show, British TV show I used to watch, a comedy called Yes Minister, later became Yes Prime Minister, and I found this, the complete Yes Minister, the Diaries of a Cabinet Minister. Try that again. The Diaries of a Cabinet Minister by the Right Honorable James Hacker MP, which was the character in the show. So this is all written by his daily journals that he put out, and it was only $1.50. And then we move on to the mass market paperbacks. I collect Matt Helm books, and I thought there was two. Let me double check. I did not organize this, so sorry. Okay, so I keep seeing the same ones that I already have in thrift shops and bookshops, but here they had two that I did not have yet, and that is Matt Helm, The Retaliators, and The Poisoners. And it was 75 cents for this one and 90 cents for that one. And then a Leo F. Kelly, The Counterfeits. I think I have some other Leo Kelly. I'll have to get these stickers off when I get home. They're messing up my artwork. But that one was 75 cents. And then also Frank Belknap Long, The Mars Is My Destination, which was also 75 cents. I can't tell if that's a satellite or if that's hiding a person in a glass tube. And then I also have quite a few of the Chicks and Chainmail anthologies, but this is what I didn't have. It's Turn the Other Chick, edited by Esther Friesner. And it has I'll just show rather than go through it and read off all the names that are in here. I think this is one of the newer anthologies after the other. I have 3 or 4 other ones in this series. And then over in the bargain section, I also found a Mary Stuart that I didn't have, Airs Above the Ground. And we're just going to call her Dame Marsh, Neo Marsh, Dead Water. And that one was $1.25. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned that the Mary Stuart was only 25 cents. And then a couple of Rex Stout Nero Wolfe books. Well, no, I guess one of them is Nero Wolfe and the other one is Inspector Kramer. The Inspector Kramer one is Red Threads. That one was a little more, that's $4.95. And this one was $4.50. This is Nero Wolfe, Not Quite Dead Enough. And that was it from McKay's. So then I headed to another little bookstore called Rhino Books, and I found some there as well. This is a Wilson Tucker, To Keep or Kill. I have quite a bit of Wilson Tucker's science fiction, but I did not have any of his murder mysteries. But I do love that cover art. And then I collect John Christopher, but it's impossible to find just a definitive bibliography of John Christopher. So I'll just randomly find books that I didn't know exist out in the wild. So I've never heard of this one before. This is Wild Jack. John Christopher, who wrote, he's probably most famous for the Tripod series and No Blade of Grass. But I have quite a few of his others, the Lotus Caves and just the Ragged Edge. But this was another one of his that I didn't know about called The Caves of Night. A journey through a black night of terror to daylight or to death. And Pierre Bouillet, Time Out of Mind. I have 2 other of his books. I was The Planet of the Apes. Actually, I might have 3. I think I also have Bridge on the River Kwai. And I have a 3rd one, but I can't remember what it is, but it's not this one. This might be, I think this might actually be short story collection. Incredible voyages into a universe where the past and future meet head on. Masterful, provocative tales of an improbable but all too possible, fantastic but all too real world, in which a robot is made perfect when programmed to fail, a murderer from a dead civilization pursues himself through time, a miracle converts a scientist and causes a priest to lose faith, weightless sex is found to have its peculiar delights, a man and a computer battle in a duel of honor, and Hiroshima blossoms with deadly nuclear flowers. And that one was more. These were $7. These ones at this bookstore were a little more pricey. I didn't see what the other ones were. The To Keep or Kill was $5, and the Caves of Night was $9. And I don't know what I did with the other one. The other John Christopher was $8. More than I normally pay, but I never have even heard of those. This one was better. This one was a $4 one. This is James White, All Judgment Fled. And he's getting a hug. And this guy's getting a hug too, it looks like. Starfire. Says the hilarious exploits of a bashful scientist and a creature gorgeous enough to send any man into orbit. And this one was $4. This one I believe was also, I think this one was $5. It didn't have a price tag on it. I think he gave it to me for $5. It's Turn of the Table by Jonathan Stage. I don't know. I've never heard of the author, but it says, was the killer a vampire? One moment, Dr. Hugh Westlake was climbing the garden path to the Bannister home. The next moment, a figure rushed out of the shadows and threw him to the ground. Warm breath scorched his neck. Then he felt a stabbing pain as human teeth sank into his throat. This is only one spine-tingling sequence in the wave of terror that swirled around his wealthy neighbors, the Bannisters. It began with a weird seance during which Bruce Bannister's nurse received a message from his first wife saying Bruce was dead, and when the lights went on, Bruce was found slumped in a chair. But the real horror followed when Westlake discovered there was someone in the house who lived on human blood. And I think I already showed that one, so that is all of them. That is all I got today. All I got. I'll add them into my database and then move on. I'm heading towards Memphis. I have no idea what's in Memphis, and I think from there I go to Arkansas. If any of you have suggestions or know the area or places I should hit up for specifically vintage mass market paperbacks, I tend to stay away usually from anything that is post barcode, but let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again probably tomorrow. Thanks.